Jacqueline, content creator for Four Seasons Garden. It's our 1 week update. We did a live a week ago on October 31st, and we started our first round of Hydroponics 2025, and we want to give you a 1 week update. It's amazing how much these plants have sprouted, and I'm going to be gone for the next 2 days, so I'm going to make sure that I fill up all the water because they have lost some water. Hopefully we'll be able to show you some of that. Some of the tops, I'm going to go ahead and take them off as well because they're almost at the top, and I know in the next 2 days we'll have that much more growth that I do not want them to be stunted in their growth. So here we go. All right, first ones that we're going to be talking about is our lettuce. So we have our lettuce here. Look at that. Aren't they just beautiful? That's our outrageous. And like I said, it's almost to the top. You can see all the condensation in there. So here's our other one. I'm going to raise the light so it'll focus a little bit better. There we go. That's much better. So there are two outrageous. And I think there is 2 probably in each of those pods. So I'm just going to let them all just keep growing. Then on our sweetie romaine, our seeds haven't done anything in that one, so we're going to kind of leave the lid on that one. And then our other sweetie romaine has sprouted, so we're going to leave the lid off of it. Not much of the water is gone on this one, so it's not too bad. So I'm actually just going to leave that one be. And it tells us here how many days we've planted. So I told you, like I said, a week ago. All right. So the next batch here is our orange hat. Look at that, baby's growing in there. So I might let it grow. We have 2 in there, and I may do one of 2 things. When I come back in a few days, I may split it and put it into 2, or I am going to have to sacrifice one. Our tomatoes, we don't want them growing more than 1 to a pod because they need all the room for growth, especially if we're going to leave them in here. I'm not transplanting them out. I'm leaving in here for growth. So we are going to actually, like I said, sacrifice one or go ahead and split it. And I need to split it in the next few days because the roots are pretty forgiving, but we want to make sure that we don't have any issues. And there is our other orange hat. Only put 1 seed in that one, so that one's going to be perfectly fine. Then we have our microtoms that we started on 11/4, so last Tuesday, so they're not quite there yet. Let me peep in there and see if we can see anything in there. So, let's see. Nope, they haven't done anything quite yet. So, we're going to leave those there. The same with the mini cherry tomatoes. Nothing quite there yet because we did those on 11/4. We are at our little kitchen mini red velvet. There they are growing. And here's our Siam. You notice that they're already getting their first true leaves on the side already. So that's pretty cool. They're growing pretty quick here. And then here we have our, let's see, our mint. They're not doing anything yet, which we knew they won't quite do anything yet because they are 7 to 14 days. Our cilantro, woo-woo, that one's already to the top. I noticed that just came up since yesterday. So we have a cilantro there. Let's see if there's anything brewing in the other ones. Yes, I don't know if you'll be able to see it in there. See it just barely peeking through. So that one's going to have something sprouting here in the next day or 2. Let's see about this one. Nothing's going on in that one yet, but that's okay. So we will leave that covered up. So our cilantro is doing a little growing there. All right, let's go down to our 8 Hope Gardens. Gonna lift the light. Whoa, we've got lots of growth going on here. So here's another one where I did a double seed. So most of the times, if you have a real good germination, you don't need a double seed and not have to kill them. So there's our red velvet. There's the other red velvet. So we're going to go ahead and take the lids off of that one. I'm going to see if we can see the water level. I think you're seeing my reflection more than anything. But there it is. Not much water has been taken out of it, so I really don't have to do anything. I can actually just leave that till I come back to give them any type of water. Let's go to the next one. So our Siam, it's got true leaves popping up there. You can see the true leaves right there. This one, the seed didn't quite release itself, but that's okay. And then here is our other Siam, and you can see the true leaf on the side there. So I am going to lower the lights back down. Want the lights as close as possible. So there you can see how close I have the lights there. All right, we're at our peppers. Our peppers are going to take a little bit longer. They always do. But I think I peeked in here this morning because I couldn't wait. And I don't think you can see that in there. But there's actually, yeah, I can't show it to you. There's actually a root growing inside of that yellow pepper. So we're actually getting some action on that. That's pretty quick, 7 days. It's usually about 14 days before you see any kind of action on peppers. So our peppers are doing their things there. So I'm gonna take us to the other side. Right, here is our golden harvest tomato from AeroGarden. And it looks like there is at least 2 or 3 growing in there. So we will have to, we'll probably end up splitting it. I think I have enough enough bounties. Like I've got one down here, another one down here, another ultra over there. So if I decide to split those up, we can. This is our heirloom cherry tomato. We didn't start this till this past Tuesday, so that's not going to be doing anything. So that's a real quick update of our hydroponics garden. So Sunday, we will be doing our hydroponic challenge seeds, doing some of the seeds in the afternoon, and then we'll be doing another round of planting at our chat and chew with the garden gals. Meet us there at 8 p.m. Sunday night. I already have it posted. I'm early this time. We're excited to be planting with all the ladies Sunday night, and I'll be planting Sunday afternoon. If you have any questions or comments, please put them in there. If you haven't subscribed to our channel, please subscribe. And of course, like and share our posts. Thank you and have a great rest of your day.